Hey everybody, welcome back to Mildly Interesting. Perhaps you'd be mildly interested in our sponsor, Astro headsets. This is the first video on this channel with the George GT Blue headset, and after using Astro A40s for like 12, 13 years, they're finally an official sponsor, and it's very exciting. If you go to the link in the description, you can get yourself a George GT Blue headset for 5% off, or whatever other headset you're interested in. You can customize it, do other colors, or do another headset entirely. It's very cool, very exciting. Obviously, I highly recommend them because I've used them for longer than I've been doing YouTube, so feel free to check it out if you're interested. And also, while you're in the description, hit the like button. You know, it's another cool sponsor of ours. And let's start off with number 19. My coffee looks just like Jupiter. It does actually look a little bit like Jupiter. I mean, the wrong color scheme. It looks more like some kind of planet, some kind of gas giant planet. I bet there is a planet that exists there out there somewhere in the galaxy or the universe that looks exactly like that. Probably has the exact same configuration and all that. It looks very cool. Looks tasty. Looks like you put a lot of cream and sugar in there, which is exactly the right way to do it. Good choice. Lowercase stop sign. I wonder if it's private property, if you're not actually allowed to put an official looking stop sign in it, would that be against the law? Is only the Department of Transportation, if this is in the US, I don't know if this is in the US. I assume so, because that's like octagon stop sign. That's a US thing mostly, right? Oh, I'm so uncultured. But I wonder if you can't do that, if it's like you putting up the sign because it would be impersonating the government or something. I have no clue at all. And I also can't remember if I've ever seen a lowercase stop sign in another country on GeoGuessr. Probably wouldn't say stop on it, depending upon the language. It's interesting. See, it's in a parking lot though, so it's probably not like a real stop sign. Like a cop wouldn't give you a ticket for not stopping there, would they? If it's private property, I don't know. You should still obey it though, just so we're completely clear. My cat fell asleep looking like he's standing up. It actually looks like it could be, like, depending upon the orientation of the photo, it looks like he could actually, what if he is standing up and he's just fallen asleep? What if your cat just has really, really strong, unbendable legs and it's just leaning up against the carpeted wall? Is carpeted wall ever a good design choice? Sure, it exists somewhere, but I don't think I've ever seen carpeted wall and been like, oh, that's good. So it's probably laying down. It's probably having dreams where it's trying to move. I wonder if animals have those dreams or that's purely a human thing. I found a weed plant growing out of the concrete. I feel like I actually wouldn't recognize what a weed plant looks. I mean, YouTube, it's a weed. Just weeds grow places, and weeds just grow places, dude. Now I wonder what happens if this is in a state where it is illegal to grow and it's on, I don't know, this is probably public property. Does the state arrest itself? I mean, it's on public property, so the state is committing a crime and it must punish itself. What are the repercussions here? What do you do? What happened? Do they incinerate it upon picking it? I don't know how the whole thing works. The public commits a crime. What does the public do? How well our movers Tetrised our stuff. That is pretty impressive, actually. It's nice because you're not worried about it all falling out. Well, I mean, I guess you have to worry about acceleration, but otherwise, dude, reminds me of the image of the Amazon truck, just like all the boxes just perfectly put in together, and then you better hope that you take them out in order when you're making the deliveries, because that would be, ooh boy, gotta get a package way in the back. But all the others, they don't need to come out. It's just a tiny little thing. That'd be kind of a bummer. I wonder, like, do they put something else to keep things in there? They just hope that the stuff on the top doesn't fall under acceleration or a hill or any of those things. A cast iron cauldron I found buried in my forest. Do you live near like a witch coven? Were they doing like spells and stuff like that, throwing a bunch of random ingredients in there, brewing up a potion, and then they had to hide it when the people came? I wonder if you could restore that thing. That probably actually, dude, that would make such a high viewed YouTube video. Finding a big cast iron pot buried in the forest and then restoring the thing to being pristine. Oh, you'd absolutely crush, like the before and after on the thumbnail. Oh my God. That would get you so many views, 100%. Notice cardboard hangers inside instead of plastic hangers while working on my shift. I guess that's good for the sake of recycling, right? Like, instead of if you take the hanger home and you weren't going to reuse it, then this is more easily recyclable, probably, than a plastic/metal hanger. I don't know all the specifics of recycling, but I assume so. And it's probably cheaper. Seems like a cool idea. That's pretty cool. Hit 111,111 miles on my car when it was 111 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, the temperature is not very nice. It's not a very fun temperature to be in, but it is satisfying to look at. Probably what this person did though is they just ran their car and then, you know, let it sit out in the sun until it heated up to 111 degrees. I see you. Karma conspiracy has got you here. This GameStop next to this Smash Burger really highlights the similarities between both their logos. Are they actually the same font and the exact same colors on the logo? All right, guys. Smash Burger. It's gonna be the next big squeeze. I mean, GameStop hasn't squoze yet. Diamond hands, but Smash Burger, okay? Highly shorted. They've got big expansions planned in the works. Gonna go to the moon. You heard it here first. I'm not a financial advisor. I mean, GameStop at this point, like with all the sell so many shares and make so much money, might as well just acquire Smash Burger. That'd be a perfect opportunity right there. Ball of salt that I took out of the unalive sea. Unaliving was trending on Twitter earlier. I don't know how this happened. I had nothing to do with it. But I woke up, looked at my mentions. Someone's like, Jardon, unalive is trending on Twitter. And I go, what? Sure enough, there it was. I still don't know the context. Honestly, looks a lot like a snow cone. I'd be so confused if I grab that. I'd be like, is this ice? Doesn't feel very cold. But it's a snow cone, but it's not melting in my hand. It'd probably take me a little while to realize it was salt. Can you like take a chunk off that and eat it? It's probably right. Probably doesn't have any, like salt itself, it's a preservative. So you're probably good. Take it home. Actually, you probably can't take that home. They probably do not want you like removing that. And probably you can't take that on a plane because it count as, I don't know, bringing food across country would be a bad thing. You don't want to, never mind, don't do that. Just throw it in your mouth. Give it a try. It's your only opportunity. There was a massive pirate ship driving around my neighborhood. I mean, kind of, it looks very incomplete without having any sails on it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it probably fits within the bounds of like an 18-wheeler truck. So it's probably okay. Just probably doesn't hold up well in the event of a crash. I'm sure it follows absolutely no crash safety precautions. If it was ever in an accident, just gonna be splintered wood flying all over the place. Probably really, really bad outcome, but it looks pretty cool. I wonder if it's someone's house or if it was made for a promotional event or something like that. Looks like it's built on top of a bus. I hope that it looks really cool and pirate ship-like on the inside. I mean, that'd be pretty dope. I inherited my grandma's sewing supplies and I was putting them away and I realized I bought the exact same buttons that she did over 35 years ago for me. That's so interesting, like how much they fade over time. I bet you there are things in my house that have like actually, they've also faded, but because it happens so gradually day by day and you live there, you don't notice it. But then if I actually got a new version of it and I brought it home, I'd be like, oh God, oh no, it's so yellow now. Oh geez. And then I'd start being self-conscious of everything in my house just looking super yellow. I mean, there are definitely light switches that I have that they look yellowy, but my house isn't that old. And so I'm like, this happened since, or were they yellowy to start with? I don't know. Should I replace them? I don't know what to do here. 75 cents. It seems like a lot for 35 years ago. Wonder what they are now. God, they've got to be like $5 for 3 little buttons or something like that. Probably, right? Inflation, heck yeah. Small town movie theater for sale since the last movie shown. When was Scooby-Doo last? Wait, this is ages ago, isn't it? See, there you go. That's that fade. This thing has faded. 2002 film. They've been trying to sell this thing for 20 years? And they've still got the sign up. They're still hoping the call is gonna come in. Can't they just repurpose it? Is there nobody in 20 years who's been interested? What kind of prices are they asking here? How is it possible that you couldn't have sold it? My local library has cake pans available to check out. It seems surprising that they would do this. You know, I don't know how long they've been offering it. Maybe it's a recent thing, but it seems like a thing they wouldn't be offering during the Crown is taking home things for cooking and eating and breathing on. And I guess, you know, to be fair, they probably get sterilized when they're in like a 400-degree temperatures, so maybe it's not a big deal. Libraries, so useful. They're trying to really expand their reach from books. Now that so many books, they've moved to like audiobooks and digital and all that stuff. It's like, okay, well, what other services can we provide as a library? What other things can we just loan out to people for free in order to help the public? Let's help the people, do some nerdy nummies baking or something like that. Wonder if any of these have ever been used for nerdy nummies baking. Saw this converted classic BMW EV charging at the supermarket today. I'm kind of mixed on this. I don't mean to be like some kind of automotive purist, but I don't know, it's weird to take something where part of the charm and the appeal is the driving feel. And I mean, sure, it's an old car, so the driving feel is probably not like anything. It's not astoundingly great, but it's probably a fun experience. And shifting yourself, and even if the exhaust note's not super loud, you still hear that, and it just takes it, and it looks great. It's a really cool looking restoration, nice paint job, nice wheels and all that. The interior looks cool, but it's weird to me. I'm sure everyone out there is like, you're such an elitist loser right now, I hate you. But I don't know how to feel about it. It looks cool, but I don't know how to feel about it, okay? I don't know, man. I don't know about this. It seems to kind of be defeating the purpose of one of those, but hey, whatever. No one growing up these days is gonna care at all. Like, I'm sure there's less and less people who are probably interested in learning how to drive. It's just the car is a utility to get you from point A to point B, and electric is the way, and I get that. That's totally cool, and I'm gonna be an old grumpy fart who's like, back in my day, and everyone else is gonna be like, yeah, no one cares, old man. Literally no one cares. Please just be quiet, all right? Go drive your cars if you want to. We're gonna just not care. It's gonna be me. Movie theater tells you if there's a scene near the end of the movie. Oh, okay, you mean like an after credit scene or something like that. Oh my God. Oh, I wanna vent so much about Disney Plus and their after credit scenes. God. If you haven't realized at this point, if you watch any of, the Captain America, WandaVision, Loki, some episodes have an after credit scene, but it'd be like random which ones. And like in WandaVision, there were important after credit scenes that contributed to the plot to where when you start the next episode, you're very confused. But the credits are like 10 minutes long, so you have to fast forward. And then after the first one, when it wasn't one, I checked the second, checked the third episode. By the fourth episode, I'm like, okay, they're probably just not doing after credit scenes at this point. Sure enough, you get to like episode 6 or something, there's a plot important after credit scene. And then you get to the next episode and you're just very confused as to what's happening. And you're like, why have you done this? So can we just have this disclaimer at the beginning? Commence everyone being like, you should have known, and I'm an idiot somehow, but all right. Thank you for this, movie theater. We appreciate it. This group we came across in a forest casually hiking in medieval outfits. I mean, that's a good way to burn some calories. I mean, God, that must be just incredibly unpleasant to hike in. You're in like full chainmail and yeah. Oh, awful. You must be sweating so much. Oh my God. I guess heck of calories. Maybe, modern technology has allowed them to build some medieval night suits. They have great ventilation. It's got built-in AC, all that stuff. It's actually more comfortable than not wearing it. Maybe that's what's up. The guy who does the grass for my building left a rectangle of wildflowers so the bees can use them. It's very nice for the bees. I'm sad about the bees. I don't know why, like my front door area is just a place where bees go to unalive, and I don't know what's up with it. I walk out and there's always a new bee that's just like struggling on the ground. Nothing I can really do that I'm aware of for it. It's just, why have you chosen this place? Is it just that the bees are more visible there? But maybe they just are drawn to it being like a lighter color tile. And it's so sad. Poor bees. Dude, we need to save the bees. They're very important for us too. I don't know I look at it, I'm like, what do I do other than try to not be a human and consume things? And here we are. And the top for the last month, my hotel phone in Iceland has a special button that will wake you up if there are northern lights in the sky. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. I would definitely want to get woken up for northern lights. I haven't ever seen northern lights. I haven't ever seen a lot of things in the world because I don't travel, but that would be one that I would definitely, if I was making the trek all the way to Iceland, which is probably a long trip to get there. I don't know if they do directs from LAX to Reykjavik. Maybe. I have no idea. But yeah, that'd be pretty dope. I want to see them. I better see them if I go all the way out there. That'd be just my luck. I get there, it's like, nah, sorry, no Northern Lights this season, even though I scheduled my trip just so I would. I'll make sure to stay at this hotel. Would not want to miss them. All right, well, that's it for the last month of Mildly Interesting. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit the bell. And I almost defaulted to the Twitch outro because I'm so used to doing it. Follow twitch.tv/CaptainSparkles. Also, check out Astro headsets via the link in the description if you're interested in getting, 5% off or getting a George GT headset. Highly recommended. You've seen me wearing them for a long time. Thanks to them for sponsoring. And that's it. I'll see you next time.